I've been climbing since I was in my teens, and I just thought I'd love to do Everest and show the world that, even though I'm living with this illness and living with an ostomy, I could challenge myself, and hopefully that would challenge other people. Nepal is one of my favorite places. I really love the people, the culture. So the journey in is an incredible achievement on its own. As the plane approaches, you see the runway kind of sitting at the top of this cliff. It wasn't until recently that the runway was even paved, and you get closer and closer to the mountains. They're just incredible, beautiful, spectacular. Mount Everest, it's everything that they tell you. It's big and scary, but it's just incredible and awe-inspiring. And for me, looking at it, hoping to stand on top of it, it's the ultimate goal. Without your goal in sight, it's a bit hard to grasp what actually you have ahead of you. Kind of fantastic, but it gave me some time to reflect on, the 6 summits before that and what it's taken to get there. I was really surprised with the trek into base camp. To me, none of the days, seemed very difficult. Obviously very awe-inspiring to see the prayer flags stretched across the valley, and our cable bridges that stretch across these huge expanses just so we can trek into the mountain. It's hard to think of the history and who spent their time trekking through there, and it was pretty amazing and quite beautiful. We all just sort of were hanging around base camp, and I just started to feel a little bit nauseous. I didn't really have any appetite. And for me, I just equated that to a little bit of altitude sickness. About 15 minutes out of base camp, I started feeling like a twisting in my guts. As we were walking down, we were fortunate that the team doctor was coming up, which was obviously a great help.
Rob has Crohn's, and he's had what he describes as his worst exacerbation since he got sick in 1995. And unfortunately it happened up at base camp, Everest Base Camp. And so he walked down with you today, and he was looking not great. These typically take at least a few days to settle, but we'll hope for speedy recovery so we can get back up to base camp and climb.
I really felt it was important to be home, be with my healthcare team that had been with me, through suffering from Crohn's and through my ostomy surgery. And I just needed the comfort of being within their care. So the important thing was me to get home as quickly as I could. And once I got home, just a couple of phone calls to my doctor and my GI specialist. And right away they had me in for tests, and it was just amazing to see how quickly they got on top of things, and it was great to have the opportunity to see them and have them actually take care of me, because I've been doing it for so many years now. Well, it was really tough to sit there with having your dream in arm's reach and then realize that it was kind of being taken away from you. And once I had the opportunity to get home, I really started to realize that it wasn't necessarily about the mountain, it was more, as it's always been, about the cause. It's been about reaching out to other ostomates around the world, giving them hope and letting them realize that it's really about having quality of life and enjoying yourself, and realizing that even though you're dealing with the illness, that you shouldn't let it define you, and you can achieve whatever goals you want to. I'm excited to get back into training. I'm taking it slow and letting my body slowly adjust to the rigors of training pretty hard for a mountain, and taking the adequate amount of time off for training, which I haven't always done in the past, and just trying to let myself adapt slowly, to avoid any injuries or any issues that might come up with starting to train really hard. just starting to really set my sights on Everest 2010 and getting excited again.